Hello, everyone. Welcome to the interview with Amemoray tonight. Hope you guys enjoy this, and let's go. So, how you feeling?
Hello, how are you? Doing good, doing good. Thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it. Yeah, feeling good. Done it before in other situations. It's just part of life.
Yep,
So,
yep.
what do we got on the plans today?
Okay. I have a controversial call that I noticed. Okay. What are your thoughts
Okay.
on the big menu list?
Ooh, okay. So, for me at least, I thought that the list was made very poorly, and Manny knows this. I as immediately when I saw it, I immediately reached out to him, and he kind of knows that I thought it was really bad. Um, One of the players I had mentioned that I thought was just poor in his reasoning on why he thought this player was a top 10 player. It was a player on the Hitmen, and it was mainly his defense that he was rewarded this top 10 award. And looking at last season, at least, this was a player who constantly made errors, constantly made mistakes, whether it was on the base paths or on the field, and it just didn't really make sense. Not only that, but at least for me, when I look at that list and I see RJ at number 3, there
Oh
has to
yeah,
be something wrong.
that was weird.
Especially when it comes to MCBA, there has to be something wrong. And again, I'm somewhat biased. I am the Emeralds GM. But
Mm-hmm.
when I see Grandmaster Bob, Swaggy, Zendir, who was not on the list at first, and other guys not on the list, it just doesn't make sense. Like, for Samurai, for example, I get Matalo hasn't done much as of now, but that doesn't mean he's not a top 10 player.
Right.
Um, Looking at number 1 player who he had ranked, which was Nick, if I am right. I'm pretty sure it was Nick. The main reason he informed to me, at least, was that he had been playing for a short period of time, unlike a good amount of the players on the list,
Yeah.
and he has performed pretty well. To be honest, I haven't seen him play too much in games. I've seen him play in practice and in ranked, and he's
Mm-hmm.
a good player. But does that validate him being the best player in MCBA? In my opinion, no. But hey, I'm not the one making the list. I completely respect Manny as a not only as a GM but his opinions. Do I think they are right? No. I'm gonna argue with him about them and try to show him a different light or a different way of thinking. Like, Manny and I have nothing against each other. We actively speak about what we think of players, so I completely respect him. I respect his opinions, but it just seemed biased, if that makes sense.
He kind of did,
And
yeah.
and didn't really have any sense of constructive criticism. And that was the reason why I had a huge problem with it.
Okay, moving on. As you said, you were the GM of the Emeralds, so what are your primary goals for this team this season?
Well, as you know, we made it to the World Series last season and we got swept by the Bandits. But
Yeah.
to be completely honest, we went down to I believe 2-0 against the or 1-0 against the Koi, and then we came back and won the entire thing. So, it sucks that we got swept, to be honest. I'm kind of at fault for that. I gave up a grand slam to Book Gant.
Damn.
So, you know, it's kind of how it goes sometimes, but I want to get back into the World Series. I thought one of our main problems last season was consistent offense. And if you look at our games, you look at what we're doing right now. Is it completely consistent? No. But you watch our practices and you realize that every player can hit. And when you're building an MCBA team, you're not looking for that guy who right out the gate is the best guy in the league. That's not what I'm looking for, at least. What I'm looking for is a guy that has the potential to be there and that I can develop, teach him a couple of new things, and get him to that best player in the league or something on those lines. Right now, I think 1 through 9, every guy in the lineup can hit the ball. And we've seen that. We got people
Yeah.
in the 7 and 8 spot hitting the ball. Two guys I really think of are Lachlan and Dryfo, who started less than 2 weeks ago.
Oh
And
God.
Dryfo hasn't really been hitting so far, but I know in scrims at least, Lachlan was 3 for 5 with 2 doubles, a single, a walk, 1 strikeout, and 1 ground out. And that's all I can ask for as a GM, as those are extremely good stats. Of course, small sample size, but extremely good stats. And he's been hitting in the league. I think he's on a 2-game hitting streak. We are going to try to play a game today, but Vipers haven't been able to play recently, so we're going to try to play the Sandals. So,
Oh,
yeah,
good luck
I
against
just,
the Sandals.
yeah, Sandals are a pretty good team, I think. Just a pretty good team, but hey, we didn't sign many new players. We signed a lot of second-year guys. So
Yeah,
with the
true.
new guys, I really just want to see what they got. And I have to say, I'm really happy with what I've seen out of those 2 main guys who were Dryfo and Lachlan. They are doing more than I could have ever asked for. So, yeah.
So, okay, in your opinion, which coaches have helped you the most to develop this team?
Well, I'll be completely honest. I was owned. I don't know if owned is the right word, but my owner of the team when I was playing was Weapon, and
Yeah.
I've taken a couple of things that he taught me on what to do, because I think we can all agree that Weapon was, when owner or GM, however you want to say it, one of the better owners or GMs. He built a crazy team 2 years ago with Bandelli, with Trivial, Uno. Just a crazy team. Crazy team. So I like to use some of the things he taught me. And then I've started to figure out a couple of things that kind of help players who are struggling hitting the ball consistently. I've incorporated a couple of drills that just have worked. Like, I used this specific drill with Dryfo and Lachlan, and they've been hitting. Dryfo hasn't been able to translate it into games yet. I don't see a reason why he wouldn't be able to. Like, Sendir had that exact same problem last season, and he's been really good this season. So, for me, at least, what I see in that situation is just mindset. When you're getting up to the plate, you think this is a kid's game and it's Minecraft, and it definitely is, but that doesn't mean that people don't get nervous when they're at the plate.
Yeah,
They
I
don't
see
have
people some
expectations.
shake their mouth a lot when they're in the plate.
So, even though this isn't like a stressful game, it's still competitive, and people do get nervous naturally.
You guys vote for, or let the others. Oh my god.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, baby!
Naturally. So, it's not only about having uber amounts of talent, because uber amounts of talent isn't going to make you the best player in the game. It's being able to stay calm, hit the ball, get on the field, make the plays, and just play all around. If we had that consistently throughout the playoffs, we would have won the World Series, but we didn't. The Bandits beat us out in those little things, and the little things in not only MCBA, but MIBL and MBL are the reason why people win.
True. And to finalize this, what role does team chemistry play in your coaching?
Team chemistry definitely plays a big role. I like to say that our team gets along very, very well. And last season, at least, there were definitely a couple of hiccups with team chemistry. Now, those hiccups have thankfully went away, and I think it has improved the team as a factor. Just because when you have a team where everyone gets along, everyone talks to after games, and everyone just has a good time together, you build a team that can work off the field, even when, say, a coach is not there, a manager is not there, someone like the owner's not there, Ethan or I. It just builds the urge to want to play this game and get better. And that's what I want from my players. I want my players to put in work when I'm there and put in work when I'm not there. So that's all I can ask for.
Okay, Amemoray, thank you for your time.
Of course. Thank you.